Hello everyone watching. My name is Vanessa. Today I'm doing a pick a card reading on what their first impression of you was. And maybe we'll do a little how they're feeling about you now or what they think about you now. We have 3 hearts. This is the Amazonite heart. This is the rose quartz. And this is the Labradorite heart. Go ahead and pick whichever heart is calling to you. We're just going to get started with number 1, which is that Amazonite heart. So hello pile number 1, if you picked the Amazonite heart, this reading is for you. This reading is meant to be a quick one. I don't want to drag it on and on and on. Move that. We're going to keep that there. So, what was their first impression of you? First impressions. And in order to shuffle on camera, I had to, if this angle doesn't come out looking quite right, that's why. What was the first impressions of you? Okay. So the first impressions of you were definitely that maybe you were going through something. Maybe you were kind of, you could have been in a relationship when they first met you. You could have been preoccupied with something. You could have been at a crossroads. Maybe they met you when you first, you moved somewhere. You were new to the area. Maybe it was a new job. There's something about you were at a crossroads. Also, the native could have made an advance towards you and told you that they thought you were attractive, and maybe if you wanted to go out on a date or something like that, and you were kind of like, well, there's someone else. That could be one possibility for some of you guys. They also felt that you were sad and kind of in your head about something that happened and not really looking at what you and them could be. So, yeah, they could have felt like you were ignoring the potential that you guys had. They could have been seeing you as a potential soulmate or a potential partner, something of the sorts, and you kind of just were sad over your whatever past hurt that you were feeling at the time. They also felt like maybe you were closed off to your emotions a little bit, that your emotional maturity wasn't all there yet when they first met you. Let's kind of see how they're feeling about you now. What your impressions, if they still, let me put it this way. Let's see if their first impressions were right. Let's see what they think of you now. What they think about you now. Yeah, they kind of felt that you lacked a certain amount of maturity. Emotional, at least. Also, maybe that you were trying to manipulate them in some way. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. The King of Cups. So I feel like they were feeling like you were maybe emotionally immature or still really thinking about another person when you guys first met. But I do think that now they think you're kind of past it. Uh-oh. Maybe not. So they do think that your heart is still tied up in something else with someone else. I think that when they first met you, you could have been in a relationship or interested in someone else, and they felt that it was a certain level of emotional maturity. But once they got to know you, once they started talking to you more, they realize that you are emotionally mature, but your heart is torn in three. I'm sorry, not in three, in two. So there's someone else in the picture. Or someone else in the picture for them. Or simply that they just feel like your heart is still very broken by someone or something. So yeah, if that resonated, please let me know. Thank you so much, pile number 1. I'll see you on the next video. Hello, pile number 3. I'm sorry, pile number 2. If you picked the rose quartz heart, this reading is for you. This is kind of meant to be a fast video, but I am shuffling on camera, so the angle could be a little bit off. And that's why, because I had to have a new angle in order to be able to shuffle. But we're gonna see what their first impressions of you were, and if they're still feeling the same way about you, if they're, if they still have those first impressions, or if, they're feeling something different. So for pile number 2, that was not from this reading. For pile number 2, we can get what their person's first impressions of them were. Get our first impressions, please. Too many. Can we get our first impressions, please? Strength. So when they first met you, they might have thought that maybe you weren't. They didn't see your strength. But they did see that there's something about you. You're very good with like your money, and you're very good at like sorry about that. There was some noise in the background, so I paused the video so you guys wouldn't catch that. Okay, so your person, they kind of were feeling that you were maybe lacking strength in some way, maybe emotionally. Maybe they saw you when you were at a vulnerable time, and that was their first impression of you. But with the Page of Pentacles, they do think that you have a lot to offer. Also, as far as money-wise, they just think you kind of have it, that you're starting to get it together with that. They do see you as like being abundant in a sort of way. Not like super, super abundant. Like they don't see you as like, wow, she or he, they're so rich. But they do see that you have like a thirst for knowledge, that you're like pretty grounded, and you're a practical person. You're realistic. You're just very down to earth. But yet you still have like this curiosity, this for some of you guys, a creativity to you. And you allow yourself to like approach things in a very adventurous way. And they just see like a lot of potential in you, and I feel like you have a lot to offer. So they also kind of see this like sort of restlessness. Maybe they almost kind of feel like you have a lack of control. Maybe when you were talking to them, you kind of say what's on your mind, and they kind of see you as maybe perhaps reckless in a sort of way. I don't think it's too bad, or else they wouldn't be seeing you as down to earth and as you are. But there is a level of like brashness, or like perhaps you do before you think. But I think that is in regards to like maybe just what you say, not so much your life. I think when they kind of saw you in like, they thought that your life, you kind of like were getting your, just starting out, kind of getting your stuff together. But maybe when you talk to them, they thought, oh, she's kind of or he, I'm sorry, I keep saying she, they're kind of brash, and maybe perhaps a little reckless as well. We're going to see if that's still how they see you now. For pile number 2, how does the person see them now? The person see them now. Oh my gosh. I can't take all of those. But I should. Because the way that came out, they clearly wanted to come out. Okay. Wow. So So they saw you as fiery. When they first met you, they did see this, like, okay, very much down to earthness, but they saw this spark of fire in you. And now they realize that you are this, like, really adventurous, full of life person. They see you as super, super beautiful. Not that they didn't see you as that before, but they like, if you guys hang out, depending on, you know, your situation, who this person is to you, they have a lot of fun with you. If you guys don't hang out, they want to hang out with you. They want to celebrate. Okay, I'm so sorry for that last interruption. My nephew really is being lively tonight. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, they see you as someone that they kind of want to hang out with. They want to do things with. If they don't do things with you, a lot of celebrating that they want to do with you. They feel like you're fun. Like, they just think you're so fun. You're so much fun to be around, and they just love being around you. Like, you probably make them laugh a lot. However, they do think that you're kind of really giving, but giving so much to the point that maybe people take advantage of you. In some cases, some of your people could feel that you're taking advantage of them, but for most of you guys, it's just that they feel that you're so giving that people take advantage of you, that they just want to, you know, that you just give so much. It could also mean that in this connection, they feel like they give you a lot and they don't receive. There's not a lot of reciprocation in some cases. Like, maybe they're the ones always texting, or you're the one always texting. Someone is constantly giving and the other person is constantly taking. But for others, it is just an outside force, and they just kind of see that in your life, that someone's taking and taking and taking from you, if it's not them. So take that as it resonates. And then lastly, so see, this is why I'm thinking that for some of you guys, your person feels a little bit of taken advantage of, a little bit used, maybe perhaps even as simple as just attention. Like, they feel like they give you a lot of attention and they have to be the ones chasing you, and there's not a lot of reciprocation. And the reason why is because of this card here. It talks about, like, self-interest and kind of being all about yourself and wanting to win. Like, you see how this person, it looks kind of like, they kind of look like, haha, I won, but they're alone. And then these people are, like, leaving them alone with their swords. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this person won the swords and, you know, they're happy that they won. Hope you can see that. They're happy that they won, but they're all alone in their success. And they kind of see that about you. That you have all these things. You have your life together. You're a great person. But there's this, you know, lack of reciprocation. And for some of you guys, if it resonates with you differently, it could be you giving, and them taking, and they realize that. They kind of see you as them, you know, they realize that they do this. But if this person realizes it and doesn't do anything about it, then that just tells you where they're at. Pile number 2, I hope that resonated with you. If it did, leave me a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Please excuse the angle. I'm going to be doing live shuffling, live readings today. Not live, but like, I'm going to shuffle on camera versus I usually have everything pre-shuffled. But I just wanted to do this kind of quickly. We're just going to be using tarot decks just to, today's reading is about what their first impressions of you are. And I'm also going to do a, like, how they see you now. I realized, because I like to watch pick-a-card readings as well, is that I don't know, I feel like I don't sugarcoat things as much as some readers do. But for the ones of you guys that do subscribe and do like and do comment, I appreciate the heck out of you. And I like to tell you what the cards are saying, even if it's not always a positive message, but it's, you know, usually a message that we need to hear. If it resonates with you. Did you see how that jumped out at me? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Man, there's so much earth energy today. Okay, we're gonna take them. Okay. So when they first met you, they saw you as so beautiful. They see you as, like, someone who really likes animals, someone who's really good at balancing, because both of these cards they see you as someone who's really good at like balancing, and you're very good at I think dealing with things in your life when they don't go accordingly. Yeah, a lot of balancing. So like they could admire when they first met you. They're like, this is someone who like works as hard as they play. This is someone who has it all. They just saw you as very abundant. Very, very beautiful. However, they did see that there's a little bit of maybe resistance to change, perhaps, because we have the Death card in reverse. Or they see you as someone who, I don't think they saw you as someone fearful. Maybe they did for some of you guys, but just, yeah, very uncertain of where they were going from here. But they did see you like kind of like, you know, like you had it all. Like there wasn't really much that you need. There's not really much that that you're lacking. But yeah, they did see if you have pets, you guys might have talked about that. When you guys first met, you guys could have talked about the fact that you guys had pets, or that you have pets, and they really like that about you because they probably have pets too. Very nurturing. They do see you as like someone who's in touch with nature. You could be very calm, just like you have this calming energy when people first meet you, specifically when they first met you. But yeah, they see you as kind of fearful of something and resistance to change of some kind. But how they see you now, dang, this person kind of like really sees you they regard you in a high regard. They think highly of you. They just think that you have it all career-wise. Like career-wise, they really see, if you don't have it all yet, they kind of see you as like pretty goal-oriented, and like you'll achieve your goals, and they admire about that. And they see you as someone who likes to have a lot of fun, who likes to hang out with their friends. Now is how they see you. They also see you as someone, wow, they think the world of you. I think I only pulled 3 cards for the other card, but I think you got an extra one, so I'm gonna leave it at there for that. I'm gonna leave it there. Wow, they see you as royalty. I mean, yeah, those are the cards we have, but right now they see you as someone who is, wow, that's all I can keep saying. Like they think you are so cool. So full of life, so authentic. You speak your mind and you're not afraid to tell it how it is. They can see you as having a lot of fun, someone who really enjoys to go out with their friends and party, perhaps drink, but in a good way. I don't think they think you're like excessive. And then they also, just again, so much abundance. Just like in charge. Maybe your personality could be kind of dominant. So they do feel like you're kind of a provider. You provide for yourself if you don't provide for others. If you have a family, that could be it too. Because they feel like you're very abundant in family life, in friendship, in money. Like all areas of life, they see you as like, wow, they have it all. So that's how your person sees you, and that was their first impression. If you liked the reading, if it resonated with you, please subscribe and let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.